This is the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.
First I hit 'em, and then I let 'em. Then I remix, rewind, then I wet 'em. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
Can I get the pen?
You got. Why don't you start bringing your pen?
Damn, you're the co-host. He's the co-host.
And I'm prepared.
Welcome to another exciting episode of the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest with the super co-host, Mr. Jeff Arnold, also known as Black Satin.
And the much well-prepared co-host. How many shows we been doing now?
We've been doing quite a few, but you said well-prepared?
Yes, I got my pen and my index card. You always come up at the top of the show after we count in. You like, I need a pen.
Yeah, but guess what, though? It's like, only thing I've seen you prepared, and forgive me if I'm wrong, or correct me if I'm wrong, only thing he's been prepared is wearing Adidas shit.
He stay fresh.
Yeah.
That shit is coordinated.
So let's introduce some people. To my left, your name is Ricki?
Yes.
Is that how you...
Sofer, yes, that's how
Ricki
I go.
Sofer?
Yeah.
S-U-L-F-E-R?
S-O-F-E-R.
Sofer.
Yes.
What is that, German?
Israeli.
Israeli?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool then. So we get some free gas?
Is that what it is? Okay, sure.
This trap comedy at its fine. Niggas want the hookup. You Israeli? We want some gas. Can you hook that up?
I don't think we do gas.
They
That's
don't have gas.
that's the Arabs.
That's Israel.
Oh, what y'all got down in...
We got nothing. We
She
got
didn't say Arabian. She says Israeli.
Thank
Oh, okay. What you got in Israel?
we got nothing.
Just
We
a
got
good life?
Just oh my God, definitely not that. Jeez, yeah.
Well, give me whatever y'all got hook up. Y'all got
Some
a
salt.
You got
Salt from the Dead Sea if you
I'll
want.
take that. That's good. It's better than iodine salt, isn't it?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Bring me some salt
I got you.
next
I got
time you
some
come. What do you
They
do?
make some hell of a hummus over there.
Oh, you got hummus game?
You like hummus?
Hell, what?
Hummus.
Roasted garlic, roasted what? Pepper.
Peppers, olives.
Yeah. Hummus sauce out the game. Now, what do you do? What are you a stand-up comedian?
I'm a stand-up, yeah.
Okay. What? Tell us about that.
I mean, I moved from Israel 6 years ago, to LA, then New York. Now I'm back and forth because I can't decide. So it's just people here in LA are just not.
What the fuck that got to do with comedy? That just sounds like a commute.
No, I know, but I do want to.
You still on
commitment.
She's still on an exodus. It's
I
2016.
want to
you on
have a
an exodus.
nice lifestyle.
She don't want to commit yet. She don't want to commit to the LA yet.
That to my far right, this is a comedian, Faruq.
Peace
the
to the
comedian.
world.
And you know Jeff, you know what I'm saying? Right? You know Jeff?
I know Jeff.
How did you meet Jeff? At the Adidas outlet?
No, actually, we met at a comedy club.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And she's very hilarious.
For real?
Yeah, and I introduced her to a comic last night,
Uh-huh.
and he kind of stared her up and down, but then he went on my word, and he threw her right up, and she rocked the crowd.
Oh.
So it's like
Well,
that,
she
man.
easy on sore eyes.
Yeah, for Israel, she got ass, too.
I got a big
What?
ass. Yeah.
big
I didn't
ass.
see that.
Can we
Well,
see it?
She
Is it any way
gonna
we
say she got a big ass like I got a big ass.
No, it is.
too.
I need. I mean, everybody says it, so I.
But can we see it?
Now, is it organic or manufactured?
It's trust.
Trust me.
We want to see.
That's what it is. Just trust me.
We want to see. Is there any way you can stand up and let's just see if
There is a way. Like in the next 45 minutes, I'm
45 minutes. Oh, now we got to wait. She got a time. She got a time release ass.
gonna have to trust your boy.
How I know it's real ass and not just salt?
It's real. That would be nice.
See that? She said it. Israel.
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 Thank you very much.
That's what she said.
So welcome to Trap Comedy, Ricki.
Thank you, thank you.
It's lovely to have a beautiful woman
Thanks for
on the
having me.
show. You know what I'm saying? And we talk about a lot of topics. Jeff is a master at topics. I don't know what he does all day, but he come up with some. Cold
No, we
shit.
got a great one because as you know, it's been like a very fucked up weekend.
That's a good word to use. Fucked
Hey,
up.
speak for yourself. I had a wonderful
Yeah,
weekend.
I mean, but my weekend was great. But we was hit with that tragedy that happened in Orlando, and I mean, just the news once again is.
Now, what was the tragedy? Just for people out there that just
At the
don't know what
Pulse
the
nightclub.
fuck you talking about?
At the Pulse nightclub in Orlando.
Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, so it was a
Sodom and
crazy
Gomorrah
man.
live?
Yeah, a crazy man went down there, and he's a homophobic, and it was like a hate crime, and he massacred 50 people and wounded 53.
Now, you know all the stats on that?
Yes.
Okay, how many rounds did he use?
He used a lot.
a lot.
An AR-15 is capable of shooting 45 shots, shooting off 45 rounds in a minute. So for him to hit,
so what would you
103 people?
With your expertise, would you say
went through a lot of rounds?
Would you say he took out the security first at the door?
No, the security. He just bypassed security. Just walked
with
past.
an AR-15.
Yep, with an AR-15.
See, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
In Israel, it would never happen.
Yeah,
Like,
because in Israel, everybody has guns in watching. And I think that gun laws shouldn't be stricter. I just think that more responsible people need to put the faith of their hands, community, and society, prioritize that. So if you're not a felon, if you don't have no psychological problems, please purchase a firearm, learn how to use it responsibly, and one day it may protect your life or the life of others.
But look, even in Hollywood, when you go into a club, don't they pat us down?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me this security guard patted this dude down and
He's an off-duty police officer.
and he didn't feel the AR-15?
He didn't. No, he bypassed security. Security became complacent and lax because he wanted.
They was drinking
he chose the
during
time
the
to go
festivities.
in at 2:30 in the morning. The club closes at 4, so he just went in when
man.
no
Oh, like
security.
when they was all.
See, now
Yeah.
I'm kind of pissed off at that. Why heterosexual clubs got to close at 2, but they get
But this another time. This
they get 2
Florida.
extra hours, man.
This is Florida.
The East Coast, look, East Coast, they close late. Like around here, you know what I'm saying? Everybody close early. But my thing is like
Should
this.
never close in New York.
Yeah, but I'm saying like this the problem I'm having. All security should have the same thing. And, you know, it was a cool joke. You could have texted, hey, is that an AR-15 or are you just happy to see me? It was a gay club. They could have used that one. But they didn't. They just let him slide by. And I think it shouldn't be on the FBI as far as the background check. You should put all
Well, no,
this
he
blame
did-
on the security.
No, he passed all the background though. He passed all the background. So
Put all the blame on the security.
Why?
Because look here, you ain't supposed to be
Now,
lying.
what made him crazy, Jeff?
What made him
You
crazy?
mentioned he was crazy.
I mean, because he, first he has
He was already on the watch list for
Yeah.
the FBI, and they were just like whatever. And he shouldn't have gun. A guy like him shouldn't
was
be
on the-
able to purchase.
Well,
a
then I
gun.
think that's the FBI's fault. If
look,
you have an
No, the
individual,
the FBI did drop the ball.
that's
Exactly.
cool.
Because
If
that's
you on a watch
2006.
list, then you
So
should
that was
do something about
2011,
that.
2012.
They wasn't watching him close enough.
No, because of the NRA law and says that they don't want you surveilling a person once he completes a background check. You shouldn't have to follow him and all of that. So it was like the government's hands was tied because he didn't really make any intimate threat at the time. So this is a guy that just now they vetting him as, or they saying that he was actually a closet gay.
So you telling me that the government's hands was tied?
That's what they saying.
Full of toilet paper, right?
I have
Because
no
the
idea.
government's full of shit.
Well, it's all
Exactly.
being political.
Of course they're gonna.
correct.
Of course, when any type of tragedy happens like this, the government want to make it look like okay.
I think they use it as scare tactics.
Look, they want to make it look like they cool with it, and they looking into it when at the same time they are trying to avoid the fact that they dropped the damn ball. You can't predict. You can't predict what somebody crazy is going to do.
True.
Now you promote these things, and then when somebody act willy nilly, you want to act like it's what they say back in high school: laissez-faire, hands off.
Exactly.
But that's not the real issue. Now what should go on is this. If you start educating people on just loving each other instead of separating everything, then we can promote and start having a better
But
America.
that's just it though.
Educate people to love themselves
That's
first.
it.
If you don't love yourself, you cannot love anybody. And
That's
and
really
I-
naive. We're not at that point anymore.
Yeah, but deeper than
America
that,
needs
though-
to protect itself at
no,
this
but
point.
deeper than that,
Hold on,
though,
let's- I wanna
in
hear what you got.
humanity. No, I just want to say this: it's all about mutual respect and consideration.
But we don't have that no more.
Yeah, I know, but we need to get back to that. Or either you
It's
need
not
to
gonna
go buy
happen.
some
Now
guns.
she said something very important.
Go
I
buy
wanna-
guns.
I would like to hear what you were saying. Now, what was the point you were trying to make?
I'm just okay. I lived in Israel 25 years,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna tell me that or start educate all those Palestinians that hate Israel. They have camps against Jews. What are you gonna do? Like all of a sudden we love Jews? Like it doesn't work.
Well,
People-
to me,
people are
that's
going
like
back
that's
to-
like a frog,
But
or
that's-
somebody saying that the snake or the frog is prejudiced for calling the snake a killer. You know, anytime a frog say that he hates snakes, it's a good reason. Okay, Palestinians has rocks Israeli have guns and
Okay.
tanks and all
This
of that.
is going that
the,
way.
the bottom line is conflict happens because people don't have mutual respect. Okay, like you say, you stayed in Israel. I stayed in South Central LA. When you count the number,
quite different, though.
okay, listen to me, Jeff. Okay, because you're not from here. When you look at the
From
number,
Chicago.
okay, when you look at the number, okay, but out here we have the most unsolved murders. Okay, you have the people getting killed.
We have a high murder rate.
Okay,
though.
but y'all got a
Unsolved murders,
program.
too.
You got a whole program, 48 hours. Because it's a lot of snitches, it's a lot of murders. They get caught in Chicago.
So what
I'm
you
saying is Los
what?
Angeles have the most unsolved murders. Now, murder is murder wherever. What I'm saying is anytime that you commit an act to harm, maim, or hurt, or destroy any life is a hate crime. It shouldn't matter what color, what your gender preference, or any of that. When you harm another human being, that is out of blatant hate.
Okay, now look. Now
That's not a real solution. What you're
Yeah, because I'm
saying-
talking about the solution.
There's no solution for what you're saying right now. It's like, oh yeah,
Accept it.
that's not gonna happen.
So what would you say would be
Well, they have
the
to-
solution?
They have to not give everyone guns. They just said that in Florida it's so easy to buy a gun. You can just go into a shop.
That's
and buy
a form of discrimination.
Form of what? Not being able to get a gun?
If you are law-abiding citizens, this is in this country, not Israel. If you are a law-abiding citizen, you pass the background check, you don't have any history of violence or psychological issues in this country, you should be granted to have a gun.
But what if you very deceptive of hiding that?
Well,
Because
everybody
people
is
can
like
be
that. What I'm
deceptive
saying is this,
at
Jeff.
hiding the fact that, okay, you know, I'm not going to act insane. I'm going to act sane so I could pass these background checks. And then when
There's
I get
no
this
such
gun-
thing as a totally sane person, Jeff.
That's true.
But so what you saying is this: you saying how people go in and they try to fool the system and make you.
No, they fool the system.
Yeah, just like the people that's getting Social Security checks or crazy checks, pretending to be crazy, and they get that check.
Right.
Now you have to have checks and balances. You know what I'm saying? Now, back in the day, it probably was easy for you to go in there and act cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and get the crazy checks. But now they have checks and balances where, they're going to check your blood
Because
system.
they have extensive screening.
They're going to check your blood test to make sure you're taking the medication that they prescribe, which will in turn make you a little crazy as a bastard. So they're trying to see that. So what we're trying to find out right here is now we see the reality of what Faruq is saying. We see the reality of what you're saying. Both of you guys really have kind of like a grim outlook on it, like it's not going to happen. No. So what we want to try is say, hypothetically or in your own words, what do you think would be a viable and effective solution for the problem?
There is none, because the world is consumed with hate right now. I mean,
Thank
because you can't bring the two together, because it's like you always gonna have that person. It's like this guy today in Jalisco, Mexico. He's a government official.
Did you say Jalisco?
Whatever it is, Jalisco, whatever, Mexico. He's a government official. And you know what he tweeted?
What did the man from Jalisco?
What is it?
Mexico. It's Jalisco.
Jalisco. All right,
This
motherfucker.
nigga said
shit,
Jalisco, Mexico.
Jalisco, whatever. You say tomato, I say tomato. You say potato, I say potato.
Did he say Jalisco?
Jalisco,
All right, what
Jalisco,
he say?
whatever,
Retard.
man. But like he tweeted today, and he said, too bad it was only 50 and not 100. I mean, it's just like, that's fucked up.
Well, he could say that because
That's his personal view, though, Jeff. And this
That
is
still ignites.
look, due
and it
to the
still
fact
goes-
that there's family members mourning after these people to care about them, I think it was inappropriate. But this is what I don't like: when you have freedom of speech and press, to where certain things that you want to promote, you advocate that, you want to censor that. For instance, you have innuendos in commercials, kids programs, and television that promote strictly homosexuality and that life, okay? But when a person speaks out against that, now he's wrong. What I'm saying is this: if you live a life that you love, the hell would anybody say? But that does not take away the right for a person to voice their personal views on this, okay? You have other people in this life with certain political, religious, or social views to where they still have their right, and this is what I don't like, okay? Everybody's right is equal. Now, just because you don't agree with what this person say, if you think that it was time sensitive, he didn't say this at the right place, or he should have said this in front of a group, or politically you should watch what you say, I don't go for that shit because I look at regular TV and I remember a time where Ricky and Lucy slept in different beds on Love American style when people got ready to have sex or anything and change the scheme and fireworks. Okay, but now on regular TV, I hear them calling people bitches and everything. But now when a person speaks their real truth of mind and real true feelings, if you don't like it, now you want to censor that. I think that's all bullshit.
Check this out. Now that's cool, but you have to understand what a lot of people don't understand. And see, they're so addicted to this media. They look for media to be their savior, their teacher,
and sanction what should be said.
Social media.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, any form of media. Now, to me, that's like a excuse people use. Oh, well, I didn't think that way. Well, look what I see on TV. Well, I killed these people because this is what the songs say. What does your heart say? What does your mind say? Like, for instance, Ricky, how long did you live in Israel before you came to here and become?
25 years.
25 years. Now, enlighten us to a typical day in the life of somebody born in Israel and that will motivate their mind. Are your parents still in Israel?
Yeah.
To leave there and come here and to pursue comedy. Give me a typical day in the life of somebody like that.
I mean, honestly, it's all, if you take out all the terrorism, Israel is really nice. You don't really, I mean, you just here's the thing. Growing up in Israel, you just think you're gonna die like tomorrow. Like you really do. You act like
That's
by
like
today.
here.
Even if you go to the grocery store.
Same shit as South Central.
Yeah, you can blow up on a bus. You can blow up
just
in a
like
restaurant.
here.
You can
Yeah,
blow up
the average young man in South Central LA
It's the
didn't
same-
think they was gonna live to be 18.
Right,
I was
But
one
this
of
is
them.
how I used to
Okay,
go to the
so
bus.
now-
I'm like, okay, this might be my last bus ride.
Now we look at that. Now we see something that's we have in common, even though we're on certain opposite sides of the globe. Now there is a solution, like Faruq was saying. I grew up. I was one of those cats that didn't believe he was going to live to be 21. But the thing is your mentality of whatever. If you stay out the way, you know better. You can not get involved in those things. And when you on a positive level and a positive path, you will be able to absorb positivity.
No,
Still
Shocked at
protect
y'all life
yourself,
expectancy
people.
out here.
We just-
Yours was 18. Yours was 21. Shit in Chicago, mine was 9.
See?
You should be in the museum at Chicago because you got gray hair.
Yeah, he's a dinosaur.
But I'm
too.
wise though. Exactly.
Was you wise?
I'm a healthy
Is
dinosaur.
that wisdom
he
or
is. Jeff
is that
Arnold.
wisdom or nerves?
Shit. That's-
in Israel, I mean, that's, I don't have to bring everything down, which is everything. I mean, it's pretty shitty. But they just had another terrorist attack when they set a restaurant in Tel Aviv, which is the main city in Israel. It's like New
What
York.
kind of restaurant was it? Was it like a McDonald's or was it a
No,
upper,
it's
upper
like
class?
it was just regular. It
What,
was
like a burger
dessert,
joint?
like a dessert. Yeah, dessert burger. Like it was a burger, like in the middle of everything.
Oh, like a Starbucks or something?
Yeah, let's call it that.
How many people probably was in there tops?
Maybe 30 to 40 people.
That's a low budget terrorist attack.
It is, but here's what happened. They just ordered food and they start shooting people. Ordered food and started shooting
That just
people.
might have been a crazy person acting crazy.
It's 2 people. Yeah, no, but they were Arabs. They
30
were Arabs.
people?
They were trying to kill Jews. I mean, that's what it was, and they did it like
now,
last month.
do the Jews try to kill the Arabs back?
Yeah, they do.
What do you mean? We try to protect ourselves. We don't just
okay,
go there and stab
sister,
people in the street
I'm
like
gonna
they do.
I'm gonna call you my sister. I know your situation in Israel.
No, you clearly don't, because you say, yes, we do, because we don't
Let
just-
me,
we don't-
let
okay,
me,
you-
let me let
okay.
you know what I know about
But you
Israel.
clearly don't know
no,
enough.
For one, the
So
state
let me
of
inform you. Okay,
the state
We
of
don't-
Israel never existed
Allow
until the
her
Geneva
to allow her to
Convention.
inform real quick.
Okay,
Because we
no,
can't
I'm
hear.
just speaking on behalf of Palestinians to look at Jews
Are you
as terrorists.
Palestinian?
But the audience can't hear when
people
everybody
from
talks.
Palestine, Palestinians.
Oh, you are?
He said
Yeah.
Palestinians.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
Okay,
Palis-
all right.
People from Palestine.
He said
Palestine-
Palestinians.
Because
like,
originally, that's what
Palestine,
that
that's
whole
Israel.
area is, you know.
That's a new blunt. Palestinians. You know what I'm saying?
That's-
But look, let's
So
allow
your
her
point
to
was-
give her point of view.
Jews there steal land from Palestinians.
We didn't steal the land. We fought for it and we won for it. And you know,
Yeah, you killed Palestinians and you fought
well,
Palestinians
what
to
if
get
they won?
the land.
It's first of all, it's not Palestine. It's Israel. And
Yo, no, it's Palestine.
you know what? Okay, that's not my problem that you're not informed of.
No,
what
I'm
happened.
informed,
No,
sister.
because you're
I'm just
not.
telling you what it is.
Really? How about that?
Let
If
us
someone
speak,
would
let us
shoot
speak.
on you all the time, would you not shoot back?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's what we're
Yeah.
doing. We didn't shoot first.
Okay.
Who shot first?
Not to mention, we supply them water, we supply them electricity, we supply them schools. You know what they do? We send them concrete. You know what they do with the concrete we send them? They build fucking tunnels so they can control Israel and go back to Israel and shoot us back.
So would you say this? Would you say this? Would you say, because the way you're describing that, would you say the Palestinians are like the Mexicans to Israel?
Or Indians. They would be the Indians.
Oh, I'm just, because you talk about tunnel. Y'all might need a Trump over there in Israel.
We have a Trump, but it's not working good enough.
What's his name? Is his name Kissinger?
Netanyahu is pretty much like Trump.
Okay, let's switch subjects so that because
so the subject, the next
every minute.
we're gonna go down to is we can talk about Twitter trolls, the keyboard gangsters, which I hate because everybody.
Keyboard gangsters. That's a hell of a cliche.
It's like because everybody got a fucking opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Well, see,
I mean, and
but they don't have no what, Mar?
They
because
got no
but you go on Twitter though, man, and it's just like everybody. It's like Twitter is the most hate-filled social media outlet there is now.
But it seems so nice though, because it's a bird. You get tweets.
It's a bird.
The emoji, yeah. It's just like
it makes a nice sound.
It's like how can you hate on like, for example, like Steph Curry's wife? I mean, his sister came to Cleveland to support her brother play, and then this idiot tweets, because she tweeted and said, finally made it here to see my family, arrive safely at the stadium.
Right.
So some idiot tweets back and says, fuck you, fuck your family, get out of Cleveland, and fuck your 3-year-old, your faggot ass daughter.
Wow.
His daughter, 3 years old.
That's tragic.
Just,
People abuse, they abuse social media.
But they hide behind that this is my First Amendment.
Yeah.
So I have the right to express in what I want to say.
They made that amendment. The thing is how we deal with it, Jeff. I mean, me coming up, I done been called nigga, which is the worst thing.
You been called Terrence Howard.
I've been spitted on. I've been,
all that. You know what the worst thing I've been called?
Mistaken and pulled guns on by police. So the thing is, we can all be discriminated on. It's how we deal with it, and that's the issue.
And you build on that.
You can stand on any side of the hatred you want to. It's about coming to an understanding
of who you are, loving yourself.
And the more you understand who we are as a people and a species as humans, and the difference between us culturally, religiously, or socially, then that will build the bridge. Like racism here in America. It's like an elephant in the room nobody want to talk about.
Now, what have you been called, Jeff?
The worst thing, worse than a nigga that I've been called in my life?
Yeah.
Because my parents, even though they divorced, my mom and dad, they raised me and my two brothers, and they showed us love. They instilled self-confidence. They uplifted our self-esteem. It was my friends, my colleagues, my peers that always referred to me, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
That's what they used to call you?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. You ain't shit.
So when you walk down the street, they'd be like, hey, you ain't shit.
Exactly. From basketball to everything.
Name.
From everything.
Yeah, that is three.
That was his first, middle, and last name.
It's like you play basketball, it's like, oh, that nigga ain't shit. Try to go talk to the girl.
Yeah, it comes from self-hatred.
That ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Now, how did you deal with that? Like knowing that, did that let you stop? Did you let it stop you?
No, it made me persevere, and it developed me into the man who I am today at 53.
That's a beautiful thing. A lot of people are not that strong mentally, so
I'm not gonna let your words define who I am and your belief of who I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep pushing through and let you know. And it comes to sports. Now I'm gonna bust your ass and let you know who I am. I'm gonna introduce myself to you. So you will never forget me. So you're going to change that. The same thing in the comedy game.
Now look here. In the comedy game, now you not only are you a female comic that's coming from Israel, and you coming here, now you coming to be a comedian, which there is a certain type of sexist bar when it comes to
certain.
I just know it exists, but you know what I'm saying, when it comes to male comedians, female comedians, the gender, the race, or whatever. What kind of difficulties have you ran into just coming and starting to just do your art form in Los Angeles as a comedian and being female?
She got that look on her face like, what the fuck did you just say?
No,
you know what I'm talking about?
I don't even know where to start. That's why I have so much. But you can only when you look at lineups, because I came from New York, what I most remember. And you see lineups, you see like 12 dudes, one chick. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're like, why am I working so hard? No one's going to appreciate my work because there's one chick at the most popular club in America.
Right.
That's the way you looked at that?
Yeah. Every club I go, it's like, oh, there's one woman at the show and there's 6 comedians.
Well, can I help you out with that real quick?
Sure. What are you thinking as a okay?
No, because it's real shit. You see one chick on there, look at it as all the rest of those dudes open up for you. So it's your show when you go on, and be glad it ain't a whole bunch of other women on the show.
I guess that's a good way to look at it.
No, that's the only way to look at it, because see, we're in the entertainment business. Now see, if everybody was entertainers, there would be no audience. If everybody was audience members, there'd be no entertainment. You are different. You do stand out. Own that shit and love yourself. You know what I'm saying? We are here to defy the odds through our art.
And that was the reason why I got on the show last night, because I went to my man. I was like, yo,
what
man,
show are you talking about? Because they don't know what the fuck
it was at the Parlor with Jay Davis last night.
Yeah, what y'all talking about on the West Coast, we call that get in where you fit in. See,
right.
you shouldn't.
And she got in where she fit in.
You shouldn't force yourself. If you got talent,
at the house last night
which,
because
if Jeff say you got talent, you very talented. You know, talking to you, I respect your opinion and your strong will. But if you got talent, don't force yourself in a circle full of suckers. You see what I'm saying? The energy that you give off and the vibe that you give off, you go find yourself around people with what I say a kindred, a liking spirit. You see what I'm saying? So your circle should be like you. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to go outside of what you love to do and your style to be accepted by nobody. If they don't accept
That's
you
real shit
for
right
your
there.
realness, leave them alone. They a hindrance to you.
That's real shit. We about to go to break, and before we go to break, anybody want to call and chime in? We want to give you the number 323-293-3375. Madd Marv Comedy Lounge featuring Jeff Arnold, and we also want to say, I want to say this to you. You make me interested in hearing your get down because I see the passion that you have in talking about what you talking about.
Yeah.
Well, she
we
bring the pain.
We about to go to commercial right now, and you know what I'm saying, we'll be right back with this exciting episode of the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge live.
First I get 'em, and then I let 'em. Then I remix, rewind, then I wet 'em. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap. First I get 'em, and then I let 'em. Then I remix, rewind, then I wet 'em. Welcome to
Pop a perk, I got signed a gorilla, they come and kill you with bananas for feelings. I feel it, pull up in the fountain, no niggas, they come and kill you on the counter. But Broly is dancing bigger than the pound, they go out to
You understand that?
That's all I
That
understand.
gangster shit, boy. You got to be raised in the street to understand that lingo, man.
I saw the video,
Shit.
and I hung out with Future, and I had Future listen to that song Panda, and Future looked at me and said, "What the hell is he saying?"
Oh, that feature be flowing, yo. Living life like I'm lavish. Someone playing for the Mavericks.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
We're back to the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. This is my man, Madd Marv. I'm your co-host, Jeff Arnold. To my left, we have Ricki, and we have a new guest.
Yeah, Martel, the greatest. He's the coldest, one of the coldest comedians I've ever met. He's a natural at it. Martel, introduce yourself and tell the people who you are.
Well, I'm Martel. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. I'm the macaroni of comedy.
Uh-oh.
Y'all come to please, not tease, And I'm down here with my man, Madd Marv, man, at the radio station. Feeling pretty good right now.
What you do, pimp comedy?
Yeah, I pimp comedy and
Slang
I
them
pimp
jokes.
brides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How long,
I pimp jokes.
how long you been doing stand-up?
Stand up for about 25 years. Now, that's on stage. The other part was growing up.
Oh, you know when a black comedian talk about that growing up, he got his ass beat as a child. Yeah, he was abused.
And
Now,
bro-
did you know that you wanted to do stand-up as a child?
Yeah, my first incident when I knew I wanted to do stand-up is when I asked my uncle to show me how to do a roundhouse.
How old was you?
I was about 7. And he kicked my aunt in the head.
What's
down
a
the
roundhouse?
steps.
What is
A
that?
roundhouse is a kung fu or karate move,
Yeah.
wherein you turn your foot around. That's given the name of the
you do a
roundhouse,
roundhouse like
and then
this.
you eventually kick the shit out of somebody.
And
And he kicked my auntie down the steps, and her
God.
wig came off, and the cat dove on the wig, and it was just a mess, she beat him and the cat and the.
that was your introduction to comedy. That's when you knew you wanted to do stand-up?
That's when I knew I wanted to do stand-up. That was funny to me.
And that never... Okay, when did you know you wanted to do stand-up?
Who, me?
Yes.
I knew I wanted to do stand up when I was 5 years old because I used to. I couldn't go outside, so we had to stay in the house. It didn't matter, you know what I'm saying. So I used to listen to Richard Pryor albums, all the party records with Dolomite and Bill Cosby. So I just listened to them, and it was funny to me. So I knew I wanted to be funny. And people laughed at me when I said funny stuff, but they didn't laugh at me when I just regularly talked. So I said, I think I want to go with the laughs.
Okay.
I was about 5.
All right. I was 7, and I was in 2nd grade. and I just saw Ed Sullivan, Red Skeleton, Kip Kaduta.
Red Skeleton.
Yeah,
Red
that's
Skeleton.
that's before y'all time.
No, that's Red Skeleton.
Oh, I know Red Skeleton, bro.
It was Red Skeleton. He did the character Kip Kaduta and Sammy Davis Jr. performed. And then I went back to school that Monday, and I imitated and I impersonated both of them.
And you got friends?
Yeah, and then my dad caught me, and he whooped my ass in front of everybody.
Can I say something?
You know, and that's when I knew this is the road I want to take. Because I used to, honestly, when I performed in Chicago, my second grade teacher, she actually came and saw me a few years back, and she gave me a hug, and she said, you know what, you really convinced me to never do what I did to you as a child.
What did she do to you?
Because I used to write on the board. You remember when your teacher used to write? I don't know if back then, but they used to write on the board, what do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always stuck to my guns, stand-up comedian, entertainer. And she used to make me erase it.
Really?
Yeah, and said, put something on that you can, you can go to school for, or it's a trade.
That's
because
fucked
your
up.
cousin, it wants to be a lawyer. So, the chances of that is never going to happen.
When they asked me that, I told them I wanted to be the Tooth Fairy. Because I figured the Tooth Fairy had to have all the bread. You got to have a lot of money to just grab teeth and then put money on there, so you got the bread. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to be the Tooth Fairy. They made me erase that shit too.
So now, when did you decide you wanted to do comedy?
I wanted to sell ice cream my whole entire life because
Really?
I love ice cream. I wanted to be close to it. That was my dream. I'm like, I just want to be close.
You're
to
not
it.
lactose
What
intolerant?
made you want to
Not
be
yet.
a comedian, though?
Well, when I moved there, I saw my friend do horrible at the Comedy Store, and I'm like, oh, I can do this. And
You should do comedy on an ice cream truck.
Right down.
yeah,
Got
but
jokes.
trying to stay away from the sugar. You know.
There you go.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all something.
What you going to tell us, player? Lay it on.
When I went to school, I was a jokester for real. My Miss Mormon smoked cool cigarettes, right? She had
still a
purple
cigarette?
lips like Obama. So you know he smoked weed, and she did too. But anyway, every time she left to go smoke a cigarette, I would get up in front of the class and I would do jokes, right? And I didn't know the teachers and the principal and them were standing outside in the hallway listening.
What grade was that?
I was in elementary. And the teacher.
This was before class.
This is another one that made me want to be a comedian. You know what they did? They pulled me. All them teachers pulled me outside. They all had paddles. Y'all ever remember them paddles?
Oh, hell
with the
yeah. You just
holes
made
in
me have a
them and shit?
flashback.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to bring no hurt on you, Marv, because you got paddled, but it was
got-
suction,
yeah, you
wasn't
got
it? Where they
paddled.
just suck your ass out, wasn't it? Anyway, they said you didn't name this class the zoo. And I said, what you mean I named the class the zoo? Said, because every time we come past here, we just hear a whole lot of monkeys laughing.
Where you grew up in Ohio? That's how they were
Dayton,
doing?
Ohio. So you know what the teachers
That's
did?
some racist
Now
shit.
look, this went to high school. This went all the way to high school. You know what the teachers did?
What?
At 5 minutes before the school let out, they would let me get up and do my comedy.
Now, what was your grades like? See, I'm thinking about that. Like,
Now, grades was good. It's cutting up frogs and stuff like that. It was good.
y'all had school lunches and shit?
school lunches.
You never sold lunch tickets?
Huh?
You never sold lunch
Did all
tickets?
that.
Oh, we did all that.
Yeah, see, that's
oh,
how
we
you-
even
You
caught
used to
fish.
steal people's lunch ticket and
Yeah,
sell
my
it back
sister,
to
she
them.
from Costa Rica. She caught fish with no fishing pole. Just dive in there and grab them.
That's your sister right there?
Yeah, that's my business partner, my sister. Where she at? Oh, she right there.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's you got Costa Rican roots, Martel?
Well, through her. My roots go back to Wolf.
To what?
See, Wolf. WOLF. Wolf.
Wolf.
Yeah, Wolf. Don't nobody know what a wolf is, go to Africa.
You know?
Tell us
And you'll
what that
find out
is.
what a wolf is. I went to Africa and our tribe was called Wolfalite. Okay? And everybody in there had all their teeth but one, like mine. See? And
They didn't
it was a
believe in
terrible
dentists.
situation because, see, you could tell when somebody steal your sandwich. See, if your teeth was missing over here and that sandwich,
Had a
that
bite
bite was
in
there, you knew they.
You know who took that salmon.
That's some cold African CSI
Yeah, that's
shit
cool.
right
The
there.
apples are cool. We know, Yeah, we clean our teeth with, tree bark.
For real?
Yeah, ivory.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
And what about your Israeli roots?
Yeah,
I mean,
what
like-
about your Israeli? Y'all know y'all got a lot of guns and stuff. Y'all be running on the tents and in the grounds and stuff. They caught Hussein on the ground then. That was a crackhead that caught him on the ground. He was looking for dope. I know who he
Y'all
was.
got crack in Israel?
What kind of dope y'all got in Israel?
Yeah, that's what we
Israelis
really want to
mostly
know.
smoke cigarettes. It's hard to get weed. It's hard. We do tobacco, a lot of tobacco.
So I could come set up
y'all
a trap
got-
house in hold on. I can come set up a trap house in Israel and slang that Cali weed and I
oh
can
yeah,
win.
Them
you'll
Cuban
be make
cigars.
mint.
Now look,
Yeah.
that's what might bring both sides together. See now we see how we solve things by discussing. See, y'all don't have no proper weed out there. See, now we got that good Cali weed. Two people, the Palestinians and the Israelis, hit that blunt together. You know whatever. They gonna be like, hey,
Yeah.
what we fighting for? And they gonna look at you like, you got some nice titties.
You ain't never smoked no kush.
No, of course I did.
That's the
but-
problem.
You did?
No,
you
I
like
did.
it?
I'm okay.
You got brothers, sisters down here?
No.
You don't have no, just you.
Just me, yeah.
We gonna send you back, and you gonna look. This how you gonna blow up because you gotta separate yourself from her. You gotta do something that's different than every other comedian is doing. We gonna send you back to Israel with about a pound of that good.
See how you flip that fast.
And
Yeah,
then I go
I'm
to
going with
jail
you on this one.
immediately.
Oh, look. There you
can't-
go. Go to jail.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't take weed with you anywhere.
You
know.
can if you shut the fuck up. You can't be going up there, get up in there talking about, Merv sent me with the pound. And I'm ready to get it cracked. You got this
Cali
shut the
weed and
fuck up.
shit.
Yeah, and get it cracking. Come on now.
I have a funny story. I just bought, my friend from New York was here, and I just bought him weed. My neighbor. So
You snitching already? You snitched on you?
No. Anyway, he was here, and I never bought weed to anybody, and I can't say eighth.
What was your friend name?
Sam.
Look, you just snitched on Sam.
That's his comedy name. Don't worry about it. You're not focusing on the story. Anyway, so I went to my drug dealer, and because I can't say
Your
eighth-
neighbor.
My neighbor, yeah.
Right. See? we don't even work for law enforcement.
And I go there, and he's all high and shit. There's cocaine everywhere, and I'm like,
Oh, damn.
I'm like, can I get 3.5 grams of weed? And he looks at me.
Did you say an eighth?
I couldn't say an eighth because it sounds like more than I
He
want.
thought your ass was the police, didn't he? Goddamn right he
Just
did.
giving a technical and shit.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how to buy weed.
Hey, that's
so-
cool, man. I ain't never seen a Palestinian get high and shit. What you do when you get high?
Yeah, what-
You pick
yeah.
up stuff off the ground like crackheads, like Latella, stuff like that, you know.
You listen
Lick
to Snoop
roaches
Dogg?
and stuff like that.
I don't like Snoop Dogg, but
No, because some
DMX.
people get weird when they get high. You know,
Did you hear
like
what she said? She said when she get high, she listens to DMX.
No, I do. When
What?
I get when I get high, I go to sleep or I fuck somebody.
do you
Like,
drink?
I get
You
really,
fuck something.
Oh.
I get really horny or really
fuck
tired.
radio
Well,
now.
Yeah.
You got real quiet
Wait,
now.
wait, wait.
Now everybody
Wait a
want to
minute,
get a
hold on.
high now and shit.
Now
we
we
got
interested.
some weed now.
No,
Shit.
it's awesome. It's like
What
it's
kind
like
of weed you
sex
smoking
in
to make you
3D.
want to do it? Because I
Martel.
want to be next to you.
Martel, let's let her explain what
Yes.
happens.
But I don't think it's everybody. I think it's just
We concerned with you, what you do when
What
you
I
get
do.
high.
Right.
When I get high, first time I got high was with my boyfriend, and I learned that I'm way better in bed.
What?
Yeah, it makes me way horny. I'm like, okay, let's just do some crazy.
Now we
shit.
talking.
Swinging off the chandeliers and shit.
If we had one, we probably
There
do
you
that.
go.
yeah.
See.
See, I'm a single father.
Yeah,
The only
well,
thing I wake up to is a nappy head nigga. You know what I mean? I can't even pull on
But
myself.
you gotta understand, you say you
know what I
married?
mean?
You got
My
you,
apartment's so small, we got one roach.
and you got kids?
I got one. I'm a single father. Been a single father all his life. 15
How old is your
years.
son?
He's 15, and his hair is tight as that microphone you got on.
Yeah.
Back to the horny shit, and then what happens after? This is just so we can bring Palestinian and Israelis together.
Oh, right.
with
Clearly,
weed.
yes.
You do
very
flip
good, Chris.
overs and back flips and stuff like that,
Backflips.
or like bend
No,
back.
I'm just. I'm very.
flexible. You flexible?
No, I don't think I am.
Let her tell you. I want to see what you do.
I mean, I'm thinking, what do you get? I mean, I love having sex. I'm very open about it.
Yeah, I mean,
you know.
Well, you got to be
quite
open to
sure.
have
You're talking
sex.
to three other men. We are too.
No, that's not true. Because when I talk to my girlfriends, I'm like,
You got girlfriends?
I have.
And they don't be getting down?
A chick? No, because most girls are okay with like once a week. You know.
Once a week, something like that.
What the fuck is once a week?
And it's been like a year for me. I need to see a doctor or something.
Once a week, what they work for the city or something?
No, like if they have a
Oh,
dude,
they got a
would
hard
fuck him
job.
like once a
lot
week,
of
and
them
that would
be
be
having hard
fine.
jobs, more. They be working all the time.
Let's see what she's talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. What's the question?
The question is, what else do you do?
What else? I don't. You know, okay. Nobody can see, but he's giving me a face like he's expecting. I just go with it. I fucking If,
She enjoy it. It's better for her.
I'm just like having fun,
Now, what is your drug of choice? Is it marijuana?
Yeah, just weed. I dirty talk a lot.
Did you actually say it? She said it's just weed.
You ever seen the Mac? You ever seen the Mac?
No, what's the Mac?
That's a movie.
That's a movie
baby.
that everybody's
Okay, now
recommended
was
to
you
see.
flat? Do you like it flat back? Do you like it to the side or your leg around your neck?
What's flat back?
Flat back is when you're on your back.
That sounds some wolf shit. Like that's what they do in Africa.
With your legs up. What's your best position?
Your back with your legs up.
Me?
What the fuck's that?
Yeah, that's called
Huh?
flat back.
Some wolf shit.
Flat back.
Sound like a new sandwich at Jack in the Box, don't it?
That's some Dayton,
You ain't
Ohio
never said
shit.
put your legs back, baby, far as you can. Yeah, y'all did.
No, you
Cross
just-
them.
No.
Yeah, you did. You didn't told him that. Look, she
You guys
laughing. I know
are
she did it before. I know she did.
crazy.
She did it. She know what I'm talking about.
But you know
what
what it is? Like, as a girl, you don't know how other girls do, so you never know how the man really thinks about what you. For me, I'm just, all girls fucking, like, be
How old are
on
you?
top. Like, I'm 32.
That's a G. You see that? She said, I ain't worried about them.
You in the O's. You know what you know. You got it. You got it.
Oh, I totally got it.
You know how to get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
and
get
you
it.
don't want. Yeah, you don't want to hear nothing. You know what I mean. I won't get it.
Did you understand what he was saying?
I know exactly.
You know what I'm
It's
talking about?
correct. Yeah,
I'm on a download right now. I'm back in the early 70s.
Yeah, you put that Mac down.
Yeah, I'm been yeah.
Isms
So
and shit.
you got to get up under the table to get it.
You about to take
know
the
what I'm
glasses
talking
off now. Look.
Yeah, on the real. Now, you from Palestinian. I ain't never had
I'm from
Palestinian.
Israel. Oh my God! No one listened to anything I
Never
said.
had no Israel
You see how
pussy.
serious his eyes is? Like he took his
serious
serious off.
now.
and shit.
I'm gonna need someone
Wow.
walk me to my car.
I know they tough down there. I watched that movie Sniper.
Not about
movie.
Israel.
You can hear his brain going off. I ain't never had no Israeli pussy.
You know what I'm
Shame is American
Hey,
pussy.
y'all know when a man get horny, especially an old school nigga like me, he don't say nothing. He just
Popped
go,
them Viagra's.
uh-huh. He just give her that look. She like, ooh, you nasty. So no, not yet.
I'm so used to it.
Do you
Not
take
yet.
Do you take Viagra? Do you need Viagra?
I took once and I'll never do it again.
Now, did you take
The
the
nigga
real?
told me to take half of one.
There you go.
A quarter. Okay? Now, I accidentally took half of
He
one.
didn't tell you to take an eighth.
No, he said take a quarter of a half because you're skinny.
Wow.
Right? So my dumb ass took half of a whole. Now, the girl got up and left. Now I'm standing there hard in the door, in the gate, asking what was the problem. She's like, I got a man. And I want to go home sore. I don't know what your problem is, but I'm done. You dig what I'm saying?
So what did you do?
I stopped messing with Viagra. That's what I stopped doing.
That's crazy, man. I'm
That's
glad
a
that-
true story, though.
That's some player shit, because most brothers in the hood, they won't even spend the real money for Viagra. They'll go to the liquor store and
Yeah.
get some shit in there like Stamina X or something.
Oh, no.
Really?
I tell you another one. That's Silverback. Now, Silverback good, boy. That's $10.
They need all of that shit.
Yeah, you drink half a bottle of that, take some Silverback. You a fuck a horse.
But they mix
excuse
it.
me.
They'll buy whatever pill enhancement is sitting over the bottle of drink that they drinking.
But see-
Whatever sit on top of the gin, that's what they taking.
But see, I'm 53. I don't have that problem. It's just natural. The blood flowing.
See,
out of it.
I'm waiting on I'm waiting me a
You
while,
believe that?
man. I
Do you
pray.
believe that? Hold up. We're going to ask this. As a woman that loves sex as much as you do, or say you do, have you encountered sexual relations with older gentlemen with the gray enhancements there?
My dick hard under the table.
No,
Yeah, but
No,
how
her.
long?
She ain't got one.
now-
You.
yeah, my ex is 50, but his dick was hard.
Oh,
as
he's
a
50?
20-year-old. Yeah,
There you go.
Oh,
shit.
you
For how long?
You down with it, huh?
3 years.
See, because the
Go on.
20-year-old, they don't know nothing
Martel,
about
hold
it.
up. Martel. She just said the 50-year-old dude dick was hard for 3 years.
No, I mean we dated for 3 years. I'm sure it's still hard.
Oh,
I mean,
damn.
That ain't Viagra. That's Niagara.
That's Niagara
no, he's
Falls.
blessed. He's definitely blessed. But
53, and I'm still blessing that.
So
department,
yeah, I
yo.
mean, if
So he's not Palestinian, what you said, since he
No.
blessed.
Oh, he ain't black. He black?
he's black, yeah,
Oh, he's
go.
white?
black.
Oh, he's black.
Uh-huh.
You ain't
There
never
it
going back to
goes.
Palestinian then.
Shit.
Not dating.
No,
Okay,
maybe to
everybody relax.
visit for 2 days.
I
You'll
did
be
have a
right back.
guy-
Where that nigga at?
I
No,
went
I'm
out with a
just
guy
bullshitting.
that came too quick all the time, and that really that was shitty because like I don't get to have sex.
You
You
didn't
do.
care about his problems. You didn't want to find out the
She
reason.
got a
why?
thick ass,
Why,
so
why
thick
do I
girls
have
make
to
you come
fix
fast.
his problem? Like, why
Yeah.
do I have to fix you? I
Especially
just
when they
met you.
moan.
I just want to smash.
Because you want world peace.
But you got to understand something too, though.
I want to come. Like the fuck world peace.
But you got to understand, she got a thick ass.
That's
so
a real
thick
woman
girls
then, man.
make you come fast.
Well, you keep
You
saying
don't
that.
make a lot of noise or nothing, do you?
I make decent noise.
Nah,
said she
because I
talk
don't like
dirty.
that. That made me come too fast when you make that.
Well, that's on you. Then use earplugs.
I was shut up, bitch. I ain't talking
Martel,
to you.
Martel.
Huh?
Now hold up. Now we doing this show, but I have noticed it's a little child in here, and we don't want his.
Oh yeah,
Ears to
Dang,
be
I forgot
burning.
about that. I thought he was a little man.
Yeah,
man.
because I noticed the little kid was sitting over there.
He's sharp looking.
Look.
You see his haircut and shit. He's sharp. Man, he look like a little man.
Look, he wasn't paying attention at first. Then we started talking. He all up. He was about to ready to
Yeah,
fall
yeah.
on the table.
He
you
like,
done walked
damn.
in there sometimes and said, "Get out my mama." You doing to my mama?
Oh, too late.
That's-
We ruined the kid.
That's your Uncle Teddy.
Baby, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for you to see what you seen. He wasn't hurting me.
Now, Martel, where you performing at next? What you got coming up? We want to know.
Well, me and my sister Nichelle, my business partner sister, love her to death. She's the best you can ever have. We's planning the show coming up in the next few months, man. And I would like y'all to have a, if I would welcome y'all to be on it if you.
But then you just recently have a show.
We get your card after we done, huh?
Then you recently just have a show.
Yeah, I just had a show. I hosted a show at the J Spot. It went really well. It was a group of people.
He said it was a
group of people.
Group of people. Yeah, it was a group of people.
It was 3 or more.
They was laughing.
Yeah, and it was a good show. We had to put a nigga out. That's always in the club. If somebody just got to show off something that ain't supposed to be shown, In any case, we're building this team together, and we're Madd Marv, and we trying to get it on like Mighty Strong.
So are you saying in essence you trying to squad the fuck up?
Huh?
Are you saying in essence you trying to squad the fuck up?
Yeah, cause see, I want the listeners to know that this man Madd Marv, no, for real, on the real basis, he gave me a shot about 15 years ago.
Did he?
Yeah, and
a shot of what?
Ever since, shot of Remy.
Oh, okay. That was his choice to drink too.
That's what we was drinking back then.
That was his choice.
But
to drink,
ever since then, me and him became, man. It's like I love this dude, man. I mean, I do anything for him. When he tell me he doing something, or I tell him I'm doing something, he's there. And I want y'all to be there for me.
Now let me ask Ricki something. Now Ricki, you like that weed? Do you like that drink? What kind of libation do you like or you prefer? What's your favorite?
I have a problem. Like I would rather whiskey, but yeah, just
number
Jameson,
7.
Like just Jameson. I just don't like
It's
Jameson.
She said Jameson.
Or Blue Moon or whiskey.
I just stopped drinking. Old English.
I would.
It's going on 2 months, y'all.
I would have taken you for a Maker's Mark type of girl.
See, I don't know anything about alcohol. I know who's ever drinking with me, I'll drink
what
that.
What they drink in Palestine?
There's no Palestine. There's Israel.
Oh,
just don't
Israel,
drop nothing in her drink.
What they drink in Israel?
I think we're vodka people. Israel.
Y'all vodka like Russia?
Yeah, I guess so.
Stoli?
I don't know.
Straight vodka, or y'all mix it like the Americans?
Grey Goose.
Grey Goose, yeah.
Grey Goose, that's straight up?
Straight up, I guess.
That's why y'all motherfuckers tough, boy. Y'all tough.
I don't know why we're tough, because we have no choice.
I like that. Anyway, but check this out. So now these are 2 comedians. I love hearing from you guys. I love having comedians on the show that has a lot of energy. You remember we had that one guy, he was like dead. Oh yeah. He almost fell asleep and shit.
No, this is the one that you talking about Seth?
Yeah, Seth.
That's the one that never bombed.
Oh yeah.
He don't go through depression. His comedy career, even though he hasn't done shit and he hasn't been on, and he just does it by choice. It's smooth.
Yeah. Now, have you ever bombed?
Absolutely.
Really?
You ain't a comedian until you bomb.
Fuck not bombing as a comic. What?
Martel, have you ever bombed? Have you ever bombed?
Tapped out.
You tapped out.
I got tapped
That's same fucking thing.
Same thing, I guess.
You're not a comedian until you bomb. So when you watch any
I
comedian on this show,
I done bombed a couple of times.
Yeah, any comedian on this show tell you they ain't bombed, they ain't 100% with it.
They ain't no real comic.
No.
Right. Now, how did it feel for you when you bombed? Like, what did it do to your soul?
Crushed it.
Wow.
Want to shoot every motherfucker in there for not laughing.
It's just scary. You know what it is? You just you lose your confidence, and when it hits you when you go up on stage again, and then when you're scared.
Was it the longest walk? Was it the longest walk from the stage, off the stage?
Oh my God, yeah. I bombed for 45 minutes once.
I work on not being scared. As long as I'm just cool with being nervous.
He's up on the table. You about to bust the table.
I'm cool with being nervous. I could be nervous.
Nervous
and
is
win.
fun. That's awesome.
Nervous is fun.
I never really saw you bomb Martel.
Yeah, but I suggest to all comedians: it's scared when you say when you put that in your mind, you're gonna walk off stage like Richard Pryor. He bombed
several times.
That's the best.
Yeah.
So we all, like they say, if you ain't bomb, you ain't no comedian.
Exactly.
I don't care what you've been through and where you been. If you ain't bomb, you ain't no comedian.
Now, Jeff, have you ever bombed before?
Man, you know what? I'm hilarious on stage now. I'm bombing in life. I'm bombing in life right now. Shit,
So that's some cold shit. You bombing life,
bombing
boy.
in life right now.
Now you doing good, Jeff.
No, I
Because-
mean,
'cause
you
you
know-
breathing, man. You sitting right here with us.
I mean, you know, but it's like,
The data suit.
We got to keep going, man.
yeah, you know, but
All we
Shoes.
need is a little dark and lovely. That's all.
wake
you know?
up every day is the struggle, and it's just like, you know, and it's just like the weight on you, because, you know, where I'm from, it's like my family is used to me supporting them all. And then it's like when you ain't, you know, when you ain't blessed with that financial anymore, you know who your true friends are.
Right.
Well,
You know
hey,
who your true friends are. And it's like
That's
when you
good.
go through that storm, it's just like a testament that, okay, I can get through this. You know, it's going to eventually, it's going to get back to a beautiful day, sunny days. But right now,
Oh, yeah.
it's like cloudy than a motherfucker.
Well,
yo.
then that, like, look at that as what they call spring cleaning.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because look here, we really don't need no friends, and you ain't got to really test the friendship. They'll fall off on their own. You know what I'm saying? You just have to be wise enough to know which person is a friend and which person is not a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you
Yes.
still allow yourself to be manipulated and used by these sorry, lazy, vagabond-ass people, then quite frankly, that's your fault. For real.
How long have you known me?
I've known you over 20 years, I
And
believe.
you've always, since you know me,
Yeah.
I've always been a hustler.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make ends meet one way or another.
Right.
Because you know I can always fall back on.
Yeah.
Pimp game.
Right.
Pimping ain't easy, but somebody got to do it.
Among other games, but I'm talking about those people that kind of, you know, people see that in you already. Like you meet a girl, you ain't got to tell her, hey, baby, I'm a pimp, player, hustler. She already know that, okay? Because if
And
she
that's the
didn't,
problem.
yeah, if she didn't know that, she wouldn't be fucking with you. So look, if your dumb ass got to have her verify your player position every day, then you's a sucker. You deserve to get what you get. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what's up. For real. So if you're real about this game, know your position first. You can't play this game if you don't know the rules. And that's Trap Comedy right here on the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. We got my birthday show coming up June 23rd. Jeff
And how's
Arnold-
that gonna be?
Oh, it's gonna be off the chain because Jeff Arnold's gonna be on the show. We got Alex Thomas, we got Daryl Heath, we got the funny lady of comedy, Yvette, and we also got. Did I say free food? We got free buffet, so you ain't got to worry about eating nothing. It's
Now,
free. Yeah.
Do you have a band?
We got a rap group coming, and Martel's gonna come and do bless us with a guest spot. You know what I'm saying? We got some a rap artist that's gonna come,
Wow.
and it's
How old
gonna
are
be
you gonna
very
be?
good. You got to be 21 to
No,
get in.
how old your
21.
ass gonna be?
How old am I? How am I gonna be?
Yeah.
I ain't scared about it. I'm gonna be 47 years old.
All right, all right.
I was once
I
that.
smell
It's a,
fear.
it's a
And I
beautiful
love it.
age, baby.
Happy
It's
birthday.
I love
It's
it.
coming. It's coming. It is the day after mine.
Beautiful age.
I'm so old.
22nd.
Look, I'm so old. I remember when Twix first came out. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
When I was a kid, they only had one flavor of Doritos. That was the taco flavor.
So please come on out
Yeah.
and support Madd Marv
At the Regency West.
Comedy birthday is June
23rd,
24th, June
8:30.
23rd, 83rd at the old Comedy Act Theater, Regency West.
Lamert Park.
3339 West 43rd Street. It's gonna be off the chain.
Yes,
Everybody come.
And we really appreciate you guys coming, tuning in and looking at the show, and we appreciate all your comments.
Appreciate?
Yeah, appreciate. We appreciate.
Appreciate.
Yeah,
Appreciate.
I figure if
He ain't took no Michael Jacksons, y'all. I said for him. He appreciate. You go like that.
I figure if you guys could use illegal use of big words, sometimes I can get one in. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Give Ricki, Martel, and the super producer and co-host, Mr. Jeff Arnold.
That's not me. We also want to give a shout out to the one who actually produces the show from the booth, Poetess.
Yes,
Poetics.
Yep.
Let's give it up.
Thank
Yep.
you.
yes. Here working hard all the time.
That's good. I like that. It's like smoking a cigarette. Can't get enough.
That's right. Thanks y'all for coming out.
All right.
Really exciting episode.
Thank you. God bless and share my sister.
As
Madd
Madd Marv
Marv
Comedy
And
Lounge.
Madd Marv Comedy Hour. Right on.
You just made up your own name for the show.
I did?
Yeah.
Madd Marv Comedy Hour.
Yeah, didn't nobody tell you to take your headphones off.
Oh.
First I get 'em, and then I let 'em. Then I remix, rewind, then